to approach, but we're hoping to change all of that. An artist in residence, art enters your home, literally. Each week, local artists from different backgrounds will meet ordinary folks like you and I. With the home and its owners as their inspirations, the artists will create truly unique works of art just for the residences. Will the families like it? Will they come to appreciate art a little more or reject it altogether? We'll be there to find out.
Bringing art to the people, to me, is the essence of doing art. I'm Shah Rizzal. I'm 27 years old this year. I'm practicing graffiti artist, but I would actually like to say I'm just a visual artist. I practically know art because of graffiti art. Without graffiti art, I don't even know what art is in the first place. Graffiti artists, we tend to look at the decays of our surroundings, which most people don't actually look at, like trash, like you see crates, wooden crates everywhere, but to us, it can be made into something else. It brings more possibility rather than just being a painter in a room. The notion of like looking around for objects and being aware of your surroundings, I think that is a way of life, a philosophy. So the philosophy of graffiti art actually enticed me.
I've tasked Shah to apply his philosophy to what seems like a picture-perfect family.
I'm Dickie, and right now I'm selling beef noodles at Parkway Parade.
I'm Belinda. Right after I got married, I settled down and then I took administration work.
Dickie and Belinda, boring, typical, middle-aged couple with a rock and roll past. Dickie toured the world for over a decade with his band The Adapters, and Belinda, a former Singapore girl, used to DJ at the club, the library, and hung out with personalities such as Victor Koo. It was a union of two wild ones, and their firstborn takes right after them.
I'm Benjamin, a third-year sociology major in FASS. I play music a lot. I try to play some jazz, and at the same time try to do some electronic music production and DJing on the side.
Not long after, a second son came along.
My name is Brendan. I'm 22 years old this year. I'm currently studying at NUS Business School. I'm a year 1 student. My interests are mainly sports like football. Yeah, I guess my family are really, they're artists, but maybe not me.
This is my mother. She's 90 years old.
退休以后呢，那么就有参加一些歌咏队呀。初次站在这舞台，听到掌声响起来，好数自己要人来。
With 3 generations of creativity running in their veins, how will the family take to Shah's creations? Hello guys, how are you? Hi. We are here at Shah's studio. This is some of his works.
A bit crumpled.
It looks pretty international to me. And it's got to do with cement. It's a bit got to do with environment.
Okay.
Recycled paper. Living in a tent instead of a house.
With some astute analysis from Belinda, I wonder if Shah is feeling the pressure, listening in to all that was said. How would you feel about having something like that in your house?
We go from
Benjamin
my room
likes it, Benjamin likes it.
You know, like DJing and
It's
playing
my
drums.
house.
Just feel more legit now.
Not in my room, definitely.
Oh,
My room
you
is
don't?
too messy.
Okay.
Yeah, so his room.
Before the family decides everything for Shah, I thought it best he speak for himself.
So for this artwork, it's a public performances where I actually go out and just pitch my tent. Therefore, like I'm just giving a homage to all the migrant workers because when they are building this place, they lack like the real comfort of home. Therefore, like this recycled paper, and then I stencil to represent different countries that actually built Singapore. This is my name in Arabic script.
Okay.
Yeah, so I try to put myself in my graffiti work as well. Not just putting SHAH Shah onto the board. It will lack like character, like no signature. So I want my staff to have my own signature. Okay, like for this one, like, do I really belong? Like, so like I'm trying like just graffiti art instead of spray painting. Like in Singapore, spray painting is illegal, a form of vandalism, right? And therefore, like I try to use other medium instead of spray paint onto the wall. So if I were to use like innovative way like this, so am I vandalizing the floor? So like I'm putting my name around Singapore but in a different manner. I usually work around the theme instead of just what I think and what I feel. For example, what you guys like what connects you guys, and then maybe I formulate something, then we talk again.
But before they can have any further conversations, Shah has to look at the low residents. Oh my goodness, you have a painter in the house. You have a painter in the house. Oh no.
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. You have a pen knife?
Take a picture.
You guys have dropped
Yes, this is Benjamin. Cool. Right? Yes.
Yeah, jazz people are sexy people.
I would like to cover it up, but they keep asking me what I want to hide.
Since you play jazz, right?
Yeah.
Don't you think the room is not that sexy?
Yeah, it needs more spray paint.
After a little tour around the house and a quick show off of newspaper articles by Belinda, Shah has come to a decision.
This is a sexy musician. Okay, because he likes jazz, and then when I saw from outside like the room, it doesn't do justice with the foam being placed inside. So maybe they are being placed like that because they're blocking some windows or something like that. But I think we need something a bit more sexy.
Well, that's not all Shah has in mind. Inspired by Belinda's painting, Shah suggested a collaboration with her.
Like yours is like traditional, Monet, impressionist, and then like I might input some of my like spray painting perhaps and see how it goes.
Are you thinking of doing both of them or just one?
I'm thinking of touching both.
Alright, that's the end of the day.
Yeah.
Go, please. I will be back. Shah is back at the Low family home to propose his plans for them. What did you have first today?
I have nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
So then what's the plan?
Because I want to play spontaneity and like working with another artist like her.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so the plan is actually for her to give her about 2-3 days to actually paint something on it, anything on it, and then she will pass it to me, and then I'll do something.
You okay with it?
Is this might come in completely as long as he doesn't do injustice to the painting. As long as he doesn't deface it.
Nobody definitely going to change it, though. It's definitely...
That's what he does. You say that you don't understand contemporary art that much, right?
Yeah.
And you like impressionist work. Maybe I can change some perception there. Maybe add something different.
Alright, then how about anything else? You said you're going to do two pieces,
about
right?
the room, because I did some research on like jazz music also. It's always like glittery, like either gold, silver, or black and white piano. So roughly, maybe I will play around with that.
His face is like...
So me and friends wanted to be called like jazz musician because straight away people put you into a box. They're like, oh, I see Autumn Leaves and Girlfriend Panama, Frank Sinatra. And like, not really, yeah.
I trust your taste. No. I also don't know what. Seriously, you trust my taste?
Shah gets the go-ahead to transform Benjamin's room and work begins the very next day. Belinda has already begun on her part of the collaboration with Andre Bocelli serenading her in the background. But when Shah arrived, so did the upheaval.
In terms of like doing my graffiti, right, usually I would actually do like text. But knowing that the family actually have someone who paints and the son is really okay, then I thought like, I shouldn't paint his name. I should actually paint something that has got to do with his interest.
And Benjamin's interest is music. Loud music.
When he actually play the music, I know that he don't like things simple like as it is. He like things like a bit off, just like his jazz music, something that sometimes a bit off. It really helped me a lot in doing my work actually.
At the same time, Andre Bocelli is in the living room trying to outdo Ben's composed music while Belinda works on her painting.
She's emphasizing so much on technical skill, the technical aspect of doing a painting. It's more important to use your emotion while you paint rather than to have like the technical aspect of painting in your head, which should remain in your head rather than go to your hand and then try to create something that's very technical.
After 2 days of paint fumes and competing music volumes, Shah is ready to let the family in on his unfinished work.
Wow. That's nice.
Oh. Must stand far. It looks like a train, not our local train, the normal those old-fashioned train, but with instruments attached to it.
No question. Wait, which part of this is jazz?
The whole thing.
The whole thing, huh? You mean as in the idea and the concept, you know, like improvisation? When he told me he was gonna do like jazz, you know, I got a bit worried because I thought he would be giving the stereotypical jazz, you know, a guy in a suit, smoking and wine and trumpets and saxophones. That's why I wanted him to hear the kind of jazz that we were playing and that we were listening to.
I basically just like dance with my hand. Like I don't really like, I don't know how to dance, okay? I'm bad at dancing. So usually I dance with my hand.
So I think after that we sort of had a mutual understanding. So it wasn't like I was giving him any instructions, more like showing him like what I perceive jazz to be. Yeah.
All are seemingly happy with Shah thus far, so let's see if they are as pleased with Belinda's work at this point.
I like this because it doesn't look like any one of the pictures over there. All your other paintings look like almost exactly like whatever is in the picture. So this one is like I mean, it's a little bit more abstract. I mean, to me, all I can see are dead souls going through purgatory. Look at the black stuff. It's like, you know, charred remains of sinners. Yeah, these sinners are condemned forever.
When my brother said that, I think she was quite surprised because that is definitely not the message she wants to portray in all her artwork. I think she's quite a religious person.
If I have a painter, a painter coming in, he might not say those things. He would look at it from the way I see it.
I think you need to use bolder strokes. I know that you now start to use this damn huge brush, right?
It's self-taught. Nobody can teach you, but because you force me to do it,
Yeah.
so I got no choice.
I'm not actually like forcing her to actually change. It's better for her to actually explore and then know things that she doesn't like, rather than she didn't explore and just say that I'm not gonna do contemporary arts. Or when I come on Wednesday, I'll just like scoop some yellow, then
Maybe I'm blessing this guy. I'm just a little bit hesitant as to whether Shah is going to really do something about it or not. I know he's only threatening.
It's like someone going into a room and like messing up the arrangement of everything, which she will hate. So I'm actually really looking forward to it because I don't think anything like that has happened to her in her life. And I think it will be a very good thing.
With Shah's threats of defacing Belinda's work, I wonder if all graffiti artists are just vandals. So I decided to seek some advice. Khairuddin Hori, Senior Curator at the Singapore Art Museum, recently curated an exhibit featuring 2 local street artists. And I was excited to get the chance to question him about the subject.
When did graffiti first begin?
If you look at the cave paintings, and even the Aboriginal paintings, they were not originally meant as documentation of the life of society or anything like that. It's expression by artists.
So how about the birth of modern graffiti? When did that start?
Well, it was attributed a lot to things that happened in New York, in the 70s. Curators and art critics were looking for the next big thing, and then of course they found it on street sides, because graffiti artists were getting very, very creative. Or at that point, they were not even called artists yet. They were just people.
They were still vandals.
Yeah, vandals doing graffiti, right? But it's the fact that they have a certain style and a certain story and a certain statement, and there's a lot of continuity with what they do.
How about this? Like this is on the street and it's graffiti.
Yeah.
Is it considered graffiti?
For me, for a piece of work to be considered graffiti, it has to exist in a non-sanctioned graffiti space. It has to be somewhere where there's no permission is given. But in art speak, we would, look at this as urban art or street art or even murals.
I wonder if Shah has pushed his boundaries with the Low family a little too far, and if Belinda will eventually explode.
I want to ask you, how do you feel if I were to go there and use the spray paint and go over your painting again?
I'm okay. I won't be okay.
Shah has nearly completed his work and has invited me for his reveal to the Low family. After a few finishing touches, it's time for the family to see the newest art piece in their home.
We're coming in, Shah!
It's freshly painted. I could smell the...
Yes, I can smell. This smells like art.
Yeah, it smells good, right?
Yeah.
When I saw his work at his studio, I didn't quite like that, to be frank, because it was brown and, but compared to this, where it's got red and more varied, more vibrant here, I kind of more receptive. And it didn't really cover all the walls. It's just the main one. After all, this is Benjamin's room and he's entitled to the space. So if he likes it, he keeps it.
So, what do you think? This is your room now.
I love it. I totally see. Yeah, I'm very happy because in this piece you can see there's 3D, you can see there's 2D, you can see there's a circle, there's a square, you can see it's being defined and not defined. And it also emphasizes the fact that all things are related and there are many viewpoints, which is really what I would like to believe. So, Shah's artwork has sort of realized that ideal visually.
Ben is ecstatic with what he sees, but is the art truly perfect for him?
The main part will be finding a place to put the foam. Because, as you can tell right now, the room is way too echoey for any kind of rehearsal. So I'm just going to look at the artwork and I'll probably cut up the foam and see how I can play around with the artwork. Sort of installation artist I get to be.
Right, and this is the final part of the reveal where Shah is going to
Do something.
do something. No, he's going to evolve your piece.
I shall see whether I'll accept it.
We shall see, shall we?
And with trepidation, Belinda escorts Shah to view her work.
I don't think it will destroy it, but
Let's not say it.
I can always replicate.
Such a negative
I
connotation.
can always replicate another one.
Oh my, but I'm just going to destroy this.
True to his word, Shah picked up the biggest brush on the table and got to work.
I thought it's going to change the whole thing and just cover all my daffodils or the flowers. That's it. And I said, what style is that? I want to ask you, how do you feel if I were to go there and use the spray paint and go over your painting again?
I'm okay. I won't be okay.
Then when he started with the reds, then I realized then that you really want to bring out. And then I was like, I was happier.
Man, he was hyping the thing up like way too much. It wasn't much. He was like, I thought he was gonna draw like the Grim Reaper or something, But no, he was just like, oh no, I'm just gonna blur a little bit here and put a few colors.
From my mom's painting, she's following everything from a picture. But what Shah brought to the painting is something that cannot be found on pictures.
I actually like it very much because rather than being technical, she should use her own imagination and imagine what she wants in a painting and just paint it.
With satisfaction on both ends, Shah and Belinda proudly sign off on a collaboration of two different worlds.
By this collaboration, I feel that I've learned a lot, and I'm going to try to evolve into a slightly different style this time.
Having talked with Kai about street art in Singapore, I'm curious about what he'll say about the incarnation of such an art inside a family home.
First of all, without listening to the artist and the house owner, like when I saw this piece of mural or graffiti, I did think that it is very, very jazzy. It's chaotic, but in a kind of orderly way. And then now that I know the owner is a jazz musician and is a DJ also, it makes perfect sense. In a way, it is a collaboration of ideas between the owner and the artist. And I think the artist probably desires to inspire the band. I understand he was given a week to work in this space, but the fact that he finished it in 2 days and was happy to leave it that way meant that he achieved what he wanted. Yeah. I think it's a well-executed piece of work.
From the streets to the Lowe's home, I've come to appreciate the beauty of improvisation and letting your emotions manifest in art. And as Kai said, I hope Ben and his family will be inspired by Shah's work beyond its technicality and form.